We're already having a good time without you, but we might as well include you in the good time. Now, Ibanez has new guitars, the 2019 line, and I know nothing about them other than the colors. I did not remember the Wi-Fi code long model numbers. I don't know the woods or any specs, which of course for you is not so good. Now, I could go on the website and read them to you, which is kind of stupid because you can read, I hope. And that would, then why even make a video? I could go straight into playing the guitars, but then you'd say, but what about the specs? So for that, I checked my account and I hired my own Ibanez rep. So I hired the guy from Ibanez to sit here and be my spec man. So we actually have two special rep cams. And if you go to the rep cam, Leslie, here is my Ibanez rep with a Glenn is Wrong mark. Hi, Dan. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I will ask you many questions about the guitars.
That's cool.
You will be probed as to the specs and hopefully... Oh, wait a second. You have your laptop in front of you. Are you cheating?
I'm working.
Okay, good then. You will be asked things. So we're going to start with what I call the green one. It's called the Prestige Green. That's all I know. I already played it. It's a fun guitar. That's all I can tell you. And if you ask me, it's called Greenie. Wait, didn't Steve Vai have one that he called Greenie? But that was a Kramer, I think. Do you know about this?
Mm-hmm. The Green Mini, right?
The Green Mini, exactly. Yeah. But wasn't it a Kramer?
Something.
Kramer, I think, or something like that.
Sort of Frankenstein guitar, I guess.
Yeah. Well, obviously that's not why you're here. So, what is this? I'll drink coffee. I'll point at things while you tell us.
All right. Fair enough. This guitar is called the RGR 5220M. The M stands for Maple. New Prestige 5000 series. And this series has been designed to be like the pinnacle of metal guitars that Ibanez is able to produce. And like I said, it's like top-notch prestige. So you get all the Japanese quality, prestige fret edge treatment, you get the nicest specs, you know, the best tone woods, and the sexiest looks. And all that is designed to appeal, mostly I would say the metal player.
Wait a second, all the sexiest looks, am I ruining the sexiest looks right now, or am I adding to them?
Well, let your viewers decide.
So made in the Fujigen factory, which means that, you know, fretwork is phenomenal and generally the quality is phenomenal. And no, I'm not saying that because Rev's sitting in the back. It's prestige. We know it's good. These come in hard shell cases. Correct. He asked. Yeah. And let's look at some details. This is the low pro edge, right?
Correct, yeah.
That's the low pro edge with the sticky thing. Oh, it wasn't all the way in, he said. If you push harder, it's more fun. So let's go to Leslie's favorite camera and show some details. Whoa, come on. Look at that. I have to say the color is pretty phenomenal. The top looks like ash.
Yeah.
With a bird's eye maple fretboard. Almost as if he knows things. Wait, I need more light. Here we go. We have more light. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm using my sexy voice because for the guitar you need the sexy voice. We have, because it has a Floyd, we have no locking tuners. You know what I'm going to say. I always want locking tuners even with the Floyd. Let's go into that, my pretty viewers, you people there. Yeah, but it has locking nut. Why do you want locking tuners? Me. Let me explain why I want locking tuners on every guitar. Locking nut's job is tuning stability when you wibbly wobbly the wiggle stick. Locking tuners have nothing to do with tuning stability. If I'm correct, do you think that locking tuners have anything to do with tuning stability ever?
Sometimes, yeah. Because if you don't have locking tuners and you wind the string on top of the machine head, then sometimes it can detune easily because it doesn't go back to the original position. Whereas with locking tuners, you only put it in, you clip them off, and basically you don't have to wind it several times.
Ah, okay, I know what you mean. Okay, yeah. With more windings, there is a chance to loosen and then
don't go back to the default
especially
position.
with a wiggle stick. But for me, locking tuners are simply for making string changing faster. Okay, and there is one reason for locking tuners not to be on a guitar, which is headstock weight. If it makes the headstock heavy, then that is luthier's choice not to use them. Personally, use them, because it makes string changing faster. So, in the back, I'm going to go with this is mahogany.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Correct, African mahogany. Beautiful.
Mahogany, all cavity covers flush with the body is something we have to point out. This is satin, not oiled, it's painted, but it's satin. 4 screw thingies, a little bit of a access thing, something here. We have a volute, as there should be, 5-piece neck with dark wood and light wood. That's what it's called, right?
Absolutely, dark wood and white wood, yeah. AKA maple and wenge.
Exactly, that's what you're frickin' getting paid for, Daniel. And big-ass lumen lace, which is beautifully done with not just the actual dot. Come on, focus camera. Hello? Here we go. So big-ass lumen lace, and not just with the lumen lay dot only, but with a beautiful black surround. So these are very big, and you will absolutely see them in any situation. And trust me, I have very high-end guitars, which I love, where the dots are subtle, and in bad lighting situations, I have no idea where I am. So let me do the test. Are they centered? Let's say they're all equally slightly down. They're not centered in the binding, which by the way is a white binding, but they're about 0.5 millimeter down from the center, which is something that matters none at all. But I'll point it out from now on because it's funny. So we have pickups in this, and they're good ones.
Oh yeah, they are. I never know when you point at me, but anyways.
I need your help when I don't know things, which is pretty much the whole video.
All right, okay, then I'll stay pretty busy. These are Bare-Knuckle brute force pickups, and these are one of the current pickups that are currently en vogue, and one of the nicest mean extreme metal rock whatever pickups. They are part of the Bootcamp series. I think there's a new series that Bare-Knuckle introduced this year or end of last year that are more, let's say, standardized, so you don't have a long waiting time if you want to order pickups. And because the feedback was so good, we decided, okay, let's put them right away in these guitars, because if these are the best sounding pickups for metal, then we should have them and use them on our guitars.
You said earlier that the 5000 series is the idea to do metal guitars in the Prestige series.
Correct, yeah.
Because definitely way more for metal was the Iron label and now the Axiom label, but in the higher price range, the guitars were great and obviously could be used for metal, but weren't necessarily tailored towards it. And now with the Bare-Knuckles, that's what's happening. We've talked about this way too long, because we could have just said, it's a green guitar with a light fretboard and it's good. The same guitar also is back there with more strings, because more strings is more metal. And oh, you know what we forgot, Daniel? Nope. We forgot to turn on amps.
Which leaves me some time to just show the 7-string model in all of its glory. This comes standard with a Gibraltar fixed bridge.
Ah, that's not Floyd.
Nope. And the same specs as the 6-string version of it. Super sexy. Oops, there you go, there you go. Right. End of commercials.
So we're gonna go through a couple of amps with the green thing. We're gonna start with very, very clean, which is the Tone King, Sky King, if I can punch in the number correctly. A little bit of reverb from it. Let's check out the clean sounds. We have a 3-position switch, which is a derivation from the standard Ibanez 5-position switch, because we have 3 positions and a little clicky switch, which for me, on my AZ, it's always tough to remember, wait, which one is single coil and which one is the special kind of things? It's 2 positions and I can never remember. At some point I'm gonna go in there with a Sharpie and actually write it on the on the pickguard. So don't expect me to remember. Now that sounds great. Well, if I have the tuner off, we actually have sound. That was beautiful. You're hearing the aux, the Sky King with its built-in cab, mixed in the aux with a MTP 440 right there from Lewitt. All the amps you're gonna hear is the same setup, the aux, the Sky King, and that Lewitt. That's gonna be more single coily or coil tappy, one of those. What you usually get in the in-between position, which Ibanez didn't do. Back to humbucker. I like it. It's not a lot of volume loss. Actually, none. Good job. You didn't do that, but good job whoever did that. Even a Prestige doesn't come with talent, apparently. You still have to be able to put your fingers in the right frets. God damn it! When is Ibanez gonna make the talent guitar? Don't do that, because it sounds horrible. Haven't played it with the Floyd in a while. It's fun. So middle position in humbucker, which is in the back. Beautifully spanky. Now put some chorus on that and you're good. Let me see if I can change that in the aux, because now I wanna. Well, put some delay and reverb on there, come on. And how does this work? Trying to make it with as many open strings as possible. And by the way, I know that Chris played that when he was at Ibanez. So suck it, Chris. That is beautiful. And that's kind of the guitar way back in the day that was played on, just without the bare-knuckleness and the greenness. Back to no compression. Beautiful. In the back. Bridge pickup for me is never something to be played clean. Well, how do you see that, Daniel? Bridge pickups and clean, do you do that?
Rarely.
Yeah. Then again, there's some cool sounds, especially country-ish, really mid-focus sounds that you can get with that, but I always just shy away from it. Probably a personal issue.
well, in like mixed positions or with a coil tap or something, then it might be useful. But the bridge pickup in.
So let's put on a little bit of drive from the Bogner Ecstasy Blue pedal. I'm switching to the Revv Dynamis right there. Let's try this again. I'm switching to the Revv Dynamis right there. I love it when she does that. Just right in that moment, she goes to the other camera. Beautiful. I wasn't single coil. There's a lot of tonal options here. We're gonna have extra amps for that. We're gonna go do a lead sound. I'm gonna switch to delay and reverb again with the Bogner Ecstasy Red. Is the reason why these guitars are preferred by Le Shredder, as they say in Hungary, because holy crap! Because holy crap is a reason. We're gonna go into the Marshall. Yes, the Marshall JCM 800 because rock and roll. Yeah, that is a little bit rock and roll. The orange Reverb is something you might want to use for this because it's a high gain beastie thing. Pretty impressive sustain on that thing, I gotta say. Let's do this in halfway good. Neato, where am I, Reverb? Well, we're gonna move on. We have, well, only really one more because Revv. 100p. On aggression mode 3. And that rhymes. What else do you need to know? Exactly. How do you play metal, by the way? Do you know how to play metal? Because I don't.
No, I suck at metal.
I'm just moving fingers around and try to make a mean face. I think that's how you do metal.
You miss the long hair, probably.
Ah, that's why. Well, nowadays, one of the problems with metal is in E, you apparently don't metal anymore. So we go to B. Woohoo! What's going on here? Mr. Ibanez back there. This is much lighter. Why? It can't be the Floyd.
Partly? Why not?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I love the barrels. The barrel plugs. Ibanez uses these. I think they're a little bit harder to install, and one of the reasons why many companies shy away from them is if you have a cable, you have a breakage in there, you have to replace the whole thing, and you can't just solder it together internally. But I love these a lot more than the standard jack plate. Just saying. You think that the weight difference is purely the Floyd?
No, plus, I mean, there's always some variance in the wood. No. You know that every morning there's a difference in the wood. So, same with the guitar.
Yeah, sure. In the morning, yeah, I'm not gonna. You're not gonna goad me into that. Forget that. You tuned this to A, right? Did you?
Nah, it's supposed to be standard tuning plus the 7th string, right? It should be B.
Ah, you tuned this not at all. That's why.
Ah, come on.
No, it's way off. Yeah, it should be standard tuning, but it was kind of almost a half step lower.
Okay.
So we just forgot to tune that. You guys, you still have to tune your guitars, by the way. Ibanez doesn't do that for you. I mean, they try, but once in a while you might have to retune them. It's just, it comes with the territory. So here we go. responsive. Why am I trying to find the strings? Sultans of Ibanez. It's beautiful. That's the way this song should have been. Hey, locking tuners on this one. Isn't that weird? Why doesn't the other one have locking tuners? I think the other one also has locking. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you my verdict, which after playing these for not long at all. Very, very clear. That could be the Bare-Knuckle. Very responsive on the sixth string where I played leads. Insane for leads. Really a beautiful shreddy guitar in green. It's the Ibanez green thing, which is probably what you will ask for when you go to the store. Hey, do you have the Ibanez Prestige green thing? And not the RGR
5220M or the 5227 for 7-string, and then MFX.
Yeah, that one. I wish the 7-string also had locking tuners because it makes string changing easier. It's not tuning stability. I understand that. Well, on this, it might also be. One question I do have. I just looked at the ones, please don't tell him. I just looked at the ones from Indonesia, and the truss rod cover from Indonesia can be moved away for easy truss rod access. I think the Japanese factory doesn't have those truss rod covers. They should ask their buddies in Indonesia to send some over. Because the Indonesian ones have the really cool no screwdriver required truss rod covers. The Japanese don't have that. They need to communicate. So I wish they had the no screwdriver required truss rod covers, or even more modern, spoke wheel. For me, on a modern guitar, that's something you should have. I'm just saying. How much are these, Daniel?
They clock in for around 2,000 euros.
With a hard shell case, okay. Oh, that's not even. Come on, that's good.
Yeah.
That actually. That's okay. Yeah, that's pretty good for a modern guitar made in Japan. And this quality and those sounds, all good. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna say links below if I can find links, because these are so brand spanking new that not even your grandmas had them. What? I don't know. I didn't even know your grandma. Thanks, Lassie, for switching. Thanks, Dan, for, I don't know what you're doing there, drinking my coffee. Bye-bye. Animals at the end. Yes, that one. Les animaux à la... No. Enfin. Les animaux enfin. I think that's how you say that in Russian.